Track kits are very popular for ATVs and side-by-sides, but up to this point, they've been focused more on the recreational aspect and less on heavy-duty work. Now, with side-by-sides gaining in popularity and also HD side-by-sides becoming very popular and also much larger, it was only a matter of time before somebody designed a truly HD track kit. Now, Kimpex has been a leader in track kit systems, and they saw that not only were current track kits said to offer 4-season use not sufficient, nor durable enough to actually survive 4-season use, they also identified that those kits were designed when side-by-sides were smaller, lower weight, and not able to haul the payloads of the bigger HD side-by-sides that we have on the market today. That can weigh as much as 2,900 pounds and be rated for a gross vehicle weight of 5,000 pounds. Add to this the fact that horsepower numbers have crept up over the past decade from the sub 100 horsepower category to now 200 horsepower and above, and you have the real need for stronger, more durable kits that not only accept the higher payloads, but reduce maintenance and increase overall performance and comfort. No small feat to tackle, but the engineering minds at Kimpex set their goals and were not going to let anything distract them from achieving their intended results. And that brings us to this, the Kimpex Commander HD4 Track Kit System. This is not an iteration of a previous system, it's not an upgrade, and it is not just a little bit better. This kit is the culmination of 4 years of design efforts, multiple variations and prototypes, and finally a product that doesn't just beat the competition in every way, it creates a whole new heavy-duty category with 4,000-pound load capacity in the track kit marketplace because it outperforms everything else by such a massive margin. This kit is light years better than anything else out there. Everything has been redesigned. Everything has been improved. In fact, this kit only uses 2 parts from its Commander WS4 track kit predecessor, a simple bolt and single washer. That's it, that's all. The rest is ground-up build with heavy-duty work, heavy-duty play, and not just ease of serviceability in mind for your bigger, higher horsepower, higher capacity side-by-sides, but reduced maintenance so that you stay out on the ranch, out in the pipeline or hydro cut longer, making the machines equipped with the Commander HD4 Track Kit System's return on investment even greater. While the HD4 isn't just built for industrial or agricultural applications, that was a large focus from Kimpex because they know current track kits just aren't up to the 4-season abuse that these markets throw at them, and when a vehicle from the fleet is in the shop, it isn't making money. Today I'm going to be installing the Commander HD4 Track Kit onto our Ranger 1500 North Star, which is arguably the most HD heavy-duty side-by-side ever created, and it's a great test rig and base for us to show you exactly the capabilities of this system. Installation is very similar to any other track kits and requires suspension arm brackets be mounted front and rear, as well as anti-rotational arms be fitted up front. Now, one very interesting part of this kit is that while Kimpex does offer many different pre-made install kits, they also have universal 4, 5, and 6-bolt mounting plates available for your custom-build dreams. Maybe an overlanding side-by-side, fully equipped and much heavier than expected, or a Japanese mini truck. The possibilities are vast, and because I was privy to a lot of the behind-the-scenes testing footage and information, I can tell you that the rear 2 tracks have been tested to over 5,100 pounds load capacity, and the main axle bearings are designed with a load rating of 26,000 pounds. Now that is impressive. Equally as impressive is the 40mm forged chromoly axle and massive double-row tapered roller bearings, which are integrated as a sealed bearing subassembly with a triple lip seal, so should you ever need to change them, they're much easier to service than traditional track kits. Another impressive feature is the fact that all the support wheels and the ultra-thick drive sprockets on this HD4 kit are made out of compressed UHMW PE. And sure, you're familiar with UHMW or ultra-high molecular weight polyethylene as a base, but these are built out of a compressed form of that material to help with the impact resistance, durability, and longevity. And inside those high-tech wheels are high-quality bearings that feature special watertight caps that have an O-ring, so unlike other kits that specifically forbid pressure washing, even to the point of voiding your warranty, the HD4 kit suggests it right out of the owner's manual, and doing so will not void the warranty. And speaking of warranty, you're going to be pretty impressed that this kit comes with a full 3-year warranty. which is 1 full year better than any other track kit on the market that we could find.
This ain't no regular thing. I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking and talk to me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm champion.
Kimpex says it built this kit for the track buyer who's unhappy with the durability of their current kit, who wants a real 4-season kit that doesn't burn off slide rail material when being used in the mud, that doesn't throw tracks off the frame and leave you stranded or in need of a timely retracking, that doesn't need constant maintenance, that will offer the greatest resistance to long periods of immersion in the mud and water, and likewise travel right back onto the hard-packed surfaces without compromise. And that can be pressure washed after being used in the gnarliest, swampiest situations and not cancel the warranty or, more importantly, the reliability of the kit. Those that want the best turning radius in the industry with zero chance of throwing a track off. Folks who want to work their HD side-by-sides harder than they do with tires because they can't get the places with tires that they can with tracks. Utility companies, oil and gas, ranching, remote construction, whatever you want to throw at these HD4 tracks, they're ready for it and built with longevity in mind. Now, all this information is great, but the best way for me to tell you about these tracks is to actually get out and use them. So buckle up and let's go for a ride. As I mentioned earlier, you don't need to worry about the slider material on these HD4 tracks. Yes, it has slider material, but no, it does not rely on it. In fact, if it were removed, you would not lose performance of the kit in any terrain. You just lose some comfort. Now by that, I mean the slide system, which is located under the frame, is exclusively dedicated to shock absorption. And it also helps to bridge the gaps between the roller wheels when smaller sharp edge obstacles pass under the tracks and reduces the impact felt by the vehicle occupants. But they are not actually contacting the track. The tracks run entirely on the wheels. And those wheels are incredibly wide to help spread out the load and allow the track material to stay lighter weight due to its thickness, or rather thinness, I should say. A heavier track would require more power to spin and therefore more fuel, so Kimpex built a very special track with a new rubber compound that's stronger and also resists cracking for longer life. Now the track is actually a very interesting tread and lug design, and while it does look very aggressive, and it is, it's actually built with a couple of different purposes than you might have expected in mind. When looking at the tracks, the outer lugs actually overlap, so from a side perspective, you can't actually look through the tracks anywhere because of this design feature. Why is this interesting and useful, you might ask? Well, Kimpex, through years of testing and track iterations, found that the continual surface contacting the ground reduced the vibration felt by the driver from traditional tracks where the tires drop into the spaces between the lugs, which makes perfect sense when you think about gaining speed and the tires bumping between the stiff backsides of the lugs and voids without lugs, because all of the weight pressing down on each track. Now, this wasn't the only benefit. With the closed-off, overlapping outer lugs, in addition to reducing oversteer, the side hilling stability is also greatly improved and helps the HD4 hold its line with greater ease instead of slipping off of a side hill surface. And let me tell you, with a side-by-side as big as this Ranger Northstar 1500 Crew, side hilling can feel pretty interesting. But the reality of those overlapping outer lugs, as well as the chunky center U-shaped lug, really do provide lateral stability, unlike other kits that I've tested. When you consider the fact that this side-by-side weighs so much more than any other I've tested with Trax, it reinforces the claim even further, as the pressure to potentially slip laterally is even greater, and it still stays hooked up to the hill's surface. This is especially true on snow, but will also help considerably on sand and other four-season surfaces that you're going to encounter with a kit like the HD4 that's built to tackle anything you throw its way: summer, winter, spring, and fall. Now, when it comes down to the nitty-gritty details of what Kimpex has done to this kit in the way of ease of maintenance, there's some things here that are truly game changers. Now, track tension is a very hard thing to properly achieve. If the track is too tight, it reduces efficiency, uses more fuel, and is harder on all of the track system components. If the track is too loose, well, then you run the risk of the track ratcheting or coming off of the track frame. And to properly tension the track, That measurement is typically a measurement of deflection by kilograms of force measured by a very unique and hard to find measuring tool. Well, with the HD4 kit, you don't have to worry about this at all. Kimpex came up with an ingenious way of adjusting track tension perfectly on each track with a built-in tensioning measurement spring on the tensioner bolt. You adjust, then press on the track with your foot. As long as the tensioner spring does not move, you know that you have the right track tension achieved. This really is a game changer in the track kit industry and means that you could check and adjust tension on the job site or trail side with incredible ease. While talking about track tension, it's also important to note that Kimpex has tested these tracks to not skip drive teeth or ratchet even under the most intense loads. A new single tooth center driver on the track, as well as a completely new drive sprocket, ensures that you won't have slippage or ratcheting, period. Kimpex has set out to build a no-compromise track kit system for the larger, heavier-duty side-by-sides that are in the marketplace right now. These are side-by-sides that are intended to do 12 months of the year work, as well as go through all of the seasons no matter where you're located. And as we've only tested this system in the wintertime, I have to say that my expectations are far exceeded during winter use. When it comes to spring, summer, and fall, well, you're just gonna have to stick around and find out more because I'm excited to get these things out and test in every season's different conditions.